Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nate Rob Media. I am Nate, and I am going to be doing my non-spoiler review for Avengers Infinity War. So, Rob and I saw the movie on Friday, April 27th. We loved it, it was awesome, and I definitely think you guys should go see it for sure. I mean, it is the culmination of everything that's come before and all that good stuff. So, so Rob is not here actually today because, it is actually 2 days later, and he's busy working, and I'm actually going to be going back to school because I have to, I still have, like, finals and stuff that I gotta do. But, so I wanted to get into a non-spoiler and just kind of talk about the movie, give my overall thoughts. There will be a spoiler video. I actually already recorded a spoiler video, and I'm going to put that up later, so definitely look out for that. You're definitely going to, I think you're definitely going to enjoy that quite a bit. But, alright, so let's get started. So, the plot of Infinity War. So, what is this movie about? Well, if you don't know, this is about a mad titan named Thanos, who basically, he wants to destroy half of humanity to bring balance to the universe. And that's not a spoiler because it's in the trailers. So, there's that. And then, let's see here. So, yeah, that's the basic plot. And of course, the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy team up with several other Avengers. They're all called Avengers now, basically, in a way. Several other characters team up, and they go to fight this guy. And there's a lot of things going on in this movie. There's really not too much I can say with the plot besides that, because there's a lot of things I really want to talk about, but they're spoilers, so I won't. But I figured I'd get into the characters, so the characters feel, familiar and fresh like they always are. They all have their unique personalities, and of course, all these characters we've come to love, they're all together. It's very cool. The interactions between, the Avengers and the Guardians is very funny and interesting, and just the other characters too, like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. It's great. It's good. It's something we have been waiting to see for a while. So there's that. There is a lot of action in this movie. There's so much badass action that you will be on the edge of your seat the whole movie. And there's even scenes even when there's not action scenes, when there are some scenes with dialogue and them talking and blah blah blah. Even like the story, them just kind of moving the story forward and everything, and just like those moments without like a ton of action, you still will feel super tense. Like, there's never a moment in this movie where you actually feel, like, relaxed. You will always be feeling tense and stressed out. Because it's just, like, it just makes you feel scared. And because you don't know what's going to happen, you feel scared and you feel excited and scared at the same time, I would say. Because, like, you're just like, Thanos is a big deal, and we don't know what's going to happen to our favorite heroes, and we want everything to go, great, but honestly, that's not always going to be the case, but yeah, there is a lot of humor. Actually, there's not. I'm sorry. I'm over the place. There's humor in this movie, for sure. There's not a lot like expected because it is a very serious film, but there is humor sprinkled throughout, and they put it in the best places. Overall, the humor, where they put the jokes and they kind of give you a chance to laugh, they did put it in the right spots. It's great. I thought they all worked well, and There was never like a joke that was like cringy or that just didn't fit in the right place. It just, I mean, I'm telling you, Marvel's got this down. They've had this down for a long time, so it's great. Of course, with that being said and everything, this is a roller coaster of a ride. This movie, it really is. It's crazy. I mean, there are a lot of things that are going to happen. Now, of course, you know, there are going to be things in this movie that there are things in this movie you're going to expect are going to happen, and those things, you know, you expect maybe like one of those two things will happen. You, like Tyler Magnus said in his review, you may guess like one or two of these characters have this happen to them, but honestly, there's just so many more surprises and so many more like things that just happen in this movie. By the end, you're going to just feel like all these different emotions. It's crazy. I'm not totally over it either. Like, I still feel like, I don't know. I don't even want to say how I feel, because then then you might be like, oh, I know what happened. So, you know, but it's just like, you know, you have all these different emotions flowing through you by the end of this movie. It's crazy. It's all this. I can't even talk. It's just like Marvel like took it in a direction that you never thought they would take it, and they did it. They had the balls to do it, and they did it, and I respect them for that. And it was just damn. It was just crazy. But then again, you know, even when they made these decisions and these things happened, I always remembered it's not over yet, because, you know, this isn't the only movie. There's still like one more movie, you know. This is only part one. There's still part two, so even more crazier shit could happen in that one. So, and I'm sure it will. And things could change, and things could get, you know, things could, I don't know, things are gonna change. They said it themselves, like, after these two films, like, the MCU is going to be a lot different after that. I believe them, because, like, honestly, they surprised me, they surprised everybody in the theater, they surprised just the whole world with their decisions. And the Russo brothers, I mean, hats off to them, because they did such a great job with this, and I'm looking forward to the next Avengers movie. And apparently it's called Avengers Endgame, so it may change. I don't know if it's 100% legit. The person who did the article said it was, and I don't know, it's just surfaced now, so maybe. I think that's a pretty interesting title. I like it. There is another title I thought they were going to go with, but I really don't want to get into that, because it could be a potential spoiler, so I'm going to hold off on saying what that is. But yeah, you'll see in the spoiler video. But yeah, definitely, it's just like crazy. I can't even really like think straight, because I'm still like, in a way, I'm just like, I'm messed up, because I'm just shocked at what they did. And there's things that they do, and there's characters, and there's just like events that happen, and there's just certain decisions that, you know, the studio and the Russo brothers made, as far as like what they wanted to do with certain characters and what they wanted to do with certain situations, and you wouldn't expect it, and it just like they did it, and it was like, holy shit, you know. And oh wow, it's just like craziness. But I loved it. I loved the movie. Again, with your first viewing, you're probably going to be messed up, just because like there's so much shock value in this movie. There's just so much that you don't expect coming, and you don't expect this and that to happen, but you know, certain things happen, and then you're like, whoa, I never saw that coming, and then it did, and then, oh, it's crazy. I know I said crazy like probably like 10 times already, but it really is. But, you know, with that being said, like, really, if you haven't seen this, go see this movie, because it's the culmination of, you know, these Marvel movies. It's ever since the first Iron Man, this has been leading to this. I mean, if you want to get technical, you may say it's since the first Avengers, but honestly, this journey, they've said this journey has started since Iron Man, since, you know, Nick Fury was like, this is a bigger universe, you're not the only superhero, you know, so, and it was crazy, and the fact that this is only part 1 makes me more excited for Avengers Endgame, because that's going to be the conclusion to this giant chapter of 10 years, so I'm looking forward to it. I really can't wait. I really don't want to wait, but we have to, so unfortunately all we can do is speculate about what's going to happen and blah blah blah, and yeah, in my spoiler video I actually do talk about that a little bit, but stay tuned for that, and yeah, it's going to be good. But yeah, before I go, I'm going to give it a rating. I think I'm going to rate this movie a 9 out of 10. It almost gets a 10 out of 10, but I feel like, I mean, honestly, every film has a little bit of flaws. Like, there's certain things in this movie. Honestly, I do love this movie, but I feel like the conclusion, the final Avengers film in the Phase 3 is going to be the one that's going to just like completely like change everything, and it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be even crazier. I think that's going to be the 10 out of 10 for me. But if you you know, if you've already seen the movie and you disagree with me, I'd like to know what you guys rate it. You know, if you've seen it, I would love to know what you guys rated it. If you want to leave a comment below about that, that would be cool. But yeah, honestly, I'm probably only gonna see this movie like one more time in the theater, just because, like, well, there are, you know, with every movie, you never pick up every single key detail, because like you're trying to figure out like the main thing the first viewing, and then the second viewing, like, oh, what did I miss, blah blah blah. Well, plus it's just like kind of an emotional roller coaster, like you're just feeling so many things at once, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to feel that too many times before the next Avengers movie. But yeah, I've probably talked long enough, so yeah, that is my non-spoiler review for Avengers Infinity War. Like I said, please go see this, especially if you're a Marvel fan, or even if you, I would say if you're a Marvel fan, because if you don't know the other movies and you go into this, you're probably going to be pretty confused. But yeah, you know, it's just, for Marvel fans, this is definitely, I wanted to say a love letter, because it really does follow this comic arc quite a bit of the Infinity War and all that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so with that being said, I thank you all for watching my non-spoiler review for Avengers Infinity War, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.